I was walking near a street when I came across a house that had a sign on it that said yard sale. I decided to go inside and see what was for sale. I saw a woman who looked about in her 30s near the house. She had dark circles under her eyes and were bloodshot. She had a pale complexion and looked very disheveled. She looked back at me very scared. "Looking for something?" the woman asked me. "Yeah, I'm checking what you're selling," I told her. I went inside the house and found a plush doll with a pull string. Its torso, legs, and arms were pink, had stitches, and was made out of silk. Then I saw its head. Its face was made out of fabric and had stitches near its nose and mouth. The doll's mouth was stitched, of course. The hair was made out of wool. Eyes were also made out of silk. One eye was covered by the hair while the other eye was exposed. Was yellow and gold and had a black eye. I decided to buy the doll because it looked interesting. I asked the woman how much it was. She just whispered to me while staring at me with a worried look. "Just take it for free." Then she walked back into her house. I walked back home. Then I showed my mother the plush I got. She looked back at me with a little smirk and said, "You were so random." I pulled the string and the plush said in a cute voice, "My name is Lunah. Is it lunchtime?" I laughed at what she said and then hugged her. The moon was crescent. I was on my laptop looking up some creepypastas, mostly Jack the Killer. I always thought of a creepypasta in my mind while I was listening to music. I was still on my computer when I heard an eerie scream. I jumped at the sound and ran towards the kitchen, where I found my sister, dead on the floor, broken glass all over her skin. She had one of her eyes out of her socket and her intestines were cut out and placed beside her body. I screamed when I saw the figure. It was near the pantry where I saw her. I opened the pantry door to find a female figure in there that looked exactly like the plush I got. Her hair had fresh blood on it. Her whole body was pink and had stitches except for her head. That was not pink, but it had stitches as well. Her eyes were the scariest. One was covered by her long fringe, but the other one was exposed. It was golden black and was staring and piercing into my soul, while having an eerie grin that was stitched, while hissing like a feral cat, while it got louder into a screech that sounded like a bat. I ran out the room to get my parents, but then I saw they were dead as well. They were killed the same way my sister was. Instantly, while screaming, I went to my room and packed all my things, even my plush. When I was about to leave, the female figure was standing right in front of me and said with a scratchy voice, a bit like if you had a cold but much worse, "Lunchtime!" I ran out of the house and never looked back. But then I saw the plush doll I got from the woman. I grabbed hold of it and it whispered to me without pulling the string, "I'll look after you." And she gave me a small kiss. I talked to her every day. The plush told me she was on the good side. You might not believe me, but the plush doll was my guardian angel. 1 year has passed. Lunah was now tall like me and became a porcelain doll. She still loves me, but 1 week later, people thought I was crazy. Sent me to a mental asylum because I kept talking to her. I was then in a straitjacket, always whispering to myself, "Where are you, Lunah? Where are you, Lunah? Where are you? Where are you?" She was in front of me with a little smile and helped me break out. The officers tried looking for me, but died when they saw Lunah's eyes with a devious smile. Then later, the officers were on the floor, all with their eyes popped out, knives in their heads, and covered with spew. After the breakout, I saw her eye that has been covered was now exposed. Her eye was total black with a blood-red iris with blood vessels. In the morning, I walked into the bathroom and looked in the mirror. I had black and purple eyes, shadow, and eyeliner. Then I looked behind me, and the same figure who was at my old home when I was with my family, who was smiling at me, saying, "Is it lunchtime?" Lunah came in and saw her evil side and fought her. Lunah snapped her neck and saved me, but the evil side would not die. Got very pissed and fought the evil side myself with a carving knife, but she was very swift at blocking my moves. Then I finally stabbed her in the stomach and carved up her body to her head and separated her in half. But right before she would die, she bit off my right hand and died while it was in her mouth. The pain was unbearable and blood was everywhere. Lunah got out my hand out of her mouth and took me to the hospital near my house. The doctor gave me a prosthetic hand, and Lunah took me home and let me rest.